Well, I'm trying to come to terms with the Wormpocalypse from a few days ago, and I want to start a new colony. What do you even call a bunch of worms? A gaggle? A herd? A colony? I don't even know. Right now, this old bucket still smells pretty nasty. You can't see them, but you can certainly smell them. There's anaerobic biofilms, leftover sulfur compounds, and ammonia residue inside this bucket. Now, I could just buy a new bucket, but instead I want to reuse this one because I don't like wasting things. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it out. And if I don't properly clean it out, all this anaerobic muck will poison the next gen of worms. And now that the bucket is rinsed, I'm going to soak this in a vinegar solution overnight. And this will be at about 1 part vinegar to 8 parts water. What that will do is that will neutralize all the anaerobic conditions that will cause the earthworms harm in the future. It's a few days after we put vinegar in the worm bin, and it's been soaking, and now I'm going to scrub this nasty muck off. It's a little bit dirty work, but that's what you do to recycle. Yeah, it really does smell like vinegar, and that's a good sign. We want to make sure it doesn't have that anaerobic residue smell to it. And it looks pretty clean. And what I'll do next is I'm going to drill some drainage holes in the bottom of the bucket. I'm going to overdo it a bit and drill out a bunch of holes. And these are some 3D printed spacers I made for the bucket. These will go on the bottom of the bucket and they'll raise the bucket, a little bit higher so that the water can drain through the bottom and go onto the deck. If I were trying to think about really solid adhesion techniques, I'd probably use epoxy, but I don't have epoxy right now, and epoxy is really stinky and nasty, so we're going to use the hot glue. All right, here it is, the janky worm compost bucket version 2 solution.